as a syndicator, we are able to take proper insurances on the property, the fire, the vandalism. Of course, if it's in a flood zone, the property, we have to take the flood, insurance also. The lender or the bank or the loan broker will explain all that to us. Usually we don't buy properties in the flood zone and so forth at all. The key thing is also the wind damage or hurricane. If certain areas have those, the lender requires that we have insurance on the property like that. We also take the loss of income insurance also on the property. See, the thing is, when we find a great asset as a syndicator, we are able to run it by the loan broker and the bank, and they have their criteria, strict criteria, to safeguard the asset, because they are giving 70 to 80% of the loan to value loan, to us. So to mitigate the risk, we also make sure that we have proper communication with the property management companies. Property management companies, if we are managing ourselves, we take umbrella insurance. We take also director's insurance for the personnel who are at the property, so that we are safeguarding all that. And each property that we buy is in a different LLC, limited liability corporation. So that's a huge way to also mitigate risk, because that way from one property, any kind of lawsuits or anything can never penetrate into the next property. And actually the investors are never at harm, because they are limited partners and they are only owning a very small percentage of the whole, because there are several investors who own 70%, like I mentioned. So they are the ones who really have very small 1.54% or whatever like that, and they're not on the loan. So that's how we mitigate the risk on part of our limited partners. They don't have to worry about it. As syndicators, we are on the loan. We are taking all the insurance, all kinds of insurances, along with director's insurance and keyman's insurance. Like in my case, because we were growing so fast in our business, then our investors asked, and I took also keyman's insurance, life insurance, and things like that. Of course, eating healthy and exercising and everything to be a really strong member of the society and a healthy, sponsor, I call it, or syndication, also helps very much to mitigate the risk on part of the investors and so on. And then you want to have like one or two partners in the business. If something happens to one, that the other two people can, take over the asset, and also building relationships with the attorneys and the CPAs and your accounting and all that. That also helps, because the whole team is there to operate on a daily basis or weekly or monthly basis to mitigate the risk and so forth. So I hope this really helps.